Look at Dado getting all that free plug behind you, Jeff. That's
I've offered it up for a number of others.
I know it. I
Sent
know
me
it.
anything.
I'm gonna pimp you out, Jeff, just like to the vendors. Like I'm gonna have it like, well, who is the guy that
I got this one here, the seal of compliance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. I think we're kind of live right now. They're hearing this stuff, but I was just saying, everybody, like we're in Hollywood Squares and Jeff's I'm like, he's got that big Dado sign. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pimp Jeff out like the guy from wasn't there a guy who like he did some sort of bid for tattooing his forehead with the logo or something? That was a while ago. I wonder how that worked out for him.
I think we'll do that for Will Nobles.
Yeah, let's do that for Will.
Yeah.
We did that one year at boot camp. So we had a race car theme and race car drivers, they got all this logos all over. So anyway, that's not why you joined us. If you're joining us, you didn't join a conversation between Jeff Johnson and I. You wanted to hear about a new announcement that we've got, but it takes about 30 seconds, according to my chief marketing officer, Mike Stadola. So he tells us to kill 30 seconds talking about just nonsense until everybody gets logged in, which is true. And if anybody
here was the question though, you can post it in the chat along with where people are posting of where they're at. How much should Dado pay for being on my wall for all my webinars?
What should Dado pay? Oh, that's an interesting one. They pay us a lot of money, so we like Dado. Yeah. So like everybody's like, what the hell did we just join? So we have an announcement we're making, and we're just talking shit right now, because if anybody can talk nonsense, it's me. All right, I can do that for a long time. But that's not why we're doing that. We actually have big announcement. We have put together a very unique day and a half. It's not 2 days. So it's like a day and a half of a live workshop that we're doing, a live virtual seminar. Everybody's doing virtual, right? And it's really unique. It's one of the first ones we've ever done that is like this. And it's for MSPs or people who want to be MSPs, people that are delivering some sort of outsourced IT services and support, and definitely with a cybersecurity flavor to it. And so what's really cool about this event is it's free. So let's get the price right out of the way, right? So it's absolutely free. And if you don't like it, we will double your money back on it. So you get double free back at you. So you can't lose when you register. I'll give the URL real quick. It's MSP Solution Showcase. MSP Solution Showcase. Don't ask me to say that fast, because I end up sounding drunk and slurring my words. But it's going to be happening next week. It's December 7th and 8th. We're going to kick off a half day, and it's going to be focused on business strategies for MSPs and more of the operational strategic, like packaging your services, pricing your services, how to get standard operating procedures in place, your contracts. It's going to be a lot of that. Believe it or not, we're not focusing on marketing all that much, because we really want to make sure we get some of the operational aspects done. But the next day is going to be even cooler. And the reason I have Jeff on with me, and by the way, I'll post that URL. It'll be in the chat or below the video, or some MSP Solution Showcase, so you can go check it out. But the reason I had Jeff, it was really Jeff's idea. And so for those of you who don't know Jeff Johnson works with us here at Technology Marketing Toolkit, used to run the Producers Club Accelerators Mastermind division. He is now heading up Big Red Media, Big Red Virtual. And so Jeff, why don't you, I thought it was just kind of interesting. I want them to hear the story about why we're doing what we're doing on these 2 days.
Yeah, so a lot of this with the MSP Solution Showcase came about from, and Robin and I were just talking about this right before this call. It came about from a discussion at a Producers Club meeting early this year. I believe it was the Q1 meeting this year. And I was talking with a few of our members, and they said, hey, we love all the tools from the sponsors and being able to get here in person and see them. The problem I run into is that really one of the next steps in all of this, a lot of times, is to get on a demo. The problem with that is that getting on a demo and coordinating the time of the CEO, a busy technical person, maybe the lead of the technical department, and getting all those people, coordinating them now with someone at the company that you're looking at their product for, takes a lot of effort and work. And then it's a disappointment a lot of times when you do all this coordinating of schedules, as you guys know what it is to try to get 3-4 people's schedules lined up. You do all of that, and then you get on and it's really a sales call. It's not really a whole lot of a demo. And so you just wasted a whole lot of time of your technical staff, of getting them out of doing day-to-day work, closing tickets, doing everything else that they're paid to do. And you got to apologize to them and tell you, hey, sorry, I took you out for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And so they said, what would be so great is that if you could line up a ton of these great sponsors with their solutions where they can actually showcase that solution in a live demo, not like a presentation where they're trying to give you a lot of information and then do like a 5-minute demo,
right,
of doing 5 minutes, prove out the case, do 40 minutes of a demo here around that solution, so that I can invite my technical team on there. They can, in one place, one day, one opt-in for completely free, go on there and check out a ton of different solutions that from companies that you guys work with. And so that was how it came about, of being able to put this together here. And that's really what our vendors do the best a lot of times, is actually getting in there with a technical person and being able to show off their products, which so many times along the lines of this help you to be able to grow, to be profitable, to make sure that you're covered with everything, whether it's cybersecurity or other tools there. So, we've lined up a ton of them on that second day on the MSP Solution Showcase.
And Jeff, if I'm not mistaken, the other benefit to this, we start out calling it Demo Day. But like I watch HGTV and like Chip and Joanna Gaines, they call Demo Day when they destroy a house. So I was like, I don't know if we should call it Demo Day, but that's technically kind of what it is. It's a day where we have a number of our trusted sponsors and vendors who are going to be doing these back-to-back demos. And Jeff, if I'm not mistaken, I'm showing the website here, the MSPSolutionShowcase.com. When they're on this demo, they're going to be on with other MSPs because these are live and they will be recorded. Will they get to see the questions that other people ask about the technology and have chat with their peers?
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be on our Big Red virtual platform. They're going to be able to, during those demos, have chat. And then also with it, there's going to be a virtual booth for every single one of those sponsors that are doing a demo. So if they have follow-up questions, they can get on, they can do video chat, they can do additional demos, get on with the technical engineer. So just the same as you would do in person, but you can do it whether it's yourself as a CEO or it can be a technical person on your team, can go and beat them up with as many questions as possible, that they're going to be staffing the booths there as well. So you're going to get that interaction with other MSPs and have that ability to interact with the companies and the reps themselves.
And what I like about that, what I want to point out as a benefit for everybody is that when you're doing a one-on-one demo, which is the majority of what happens, when you guys are talking to a new vendor, you're asking your questions. But when we're doing these group demos, and you have the ability to ask questions and see other people's questions and see the chat, you might see a question that you hadn't thought of. And see, like when you do a demo, like when you go to a vendor and you're doing a demo, it's either just you and them, and that's fine. Or you're on a webinar and they have the chat disabled. So you can't see other questions. You can't see the chat. Now, what's really good about this is you're going to be able to get on here and see the solution being demoed, not just a sales pitch, but a real deep technical demo. And you're going to get the advantage of having the other technicians, engineers asking really smart questions and seeing the answers and so forth. And I think that's a huge advantage. Now, like I said, this is a 2-day virtual event. And so if you go over to MSP Solution Showcase here, you'll see day one is on December the 7th. It starts at 1 o'clock Eastern time and we go to 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we are going to be focusing on just business growth. So the MSP service offering, and what's appropriate for you to sell based on the size of your company, the endpoints, your operational maturity, because, managed services, I think we all know it's not like it's not a bathrobe, one size fits all, right? It's, you want to make sure, if you're a small startup, you're not going to have the same MSP offering as somebody who's doing 10 million. How to price your services and how to make sure that you're pricing it appropriately where you're making good money, but without pricing yourself out of the market. Because I know a lot of people beat their chest and say, oh my God, I charge $500 an endpoint, or whatever. And that's great if they're getting it, nothing wrong there, but it does suppress a certain amount of the marketplace. I mean, it's just the reality. If somebody's looking for managed services, you're not selling in a competitive vacuum. I mean, you do have competitors. So how do you price it appropriately? What your contract should contain? We're going to have Tom Fafinski talking about that, the way to get your tech stack and operations organized. I've got one of our long-term members and client coaches, Will Nobles, who runs a very, very successful MSP. It's a self-running business because he's literally working 35, 40 hours a week for me, doing client coaching because he loves it. And his business runs with very little involvement. And then the day two is going to be this solution showcase. This is going to be starting at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now there's a little catch. Okay. So here's the fine print. It was coming, right? So both days are free and you can attend the first day session, but to get the recordings, the PowerPoints, the templates, things that we're going to be giving out, you have to attend day two. And there's a little bit of a point system. It's very easy to hit the points. You just have to sit on a couple of demos, go to some of the vendor booths, and get enough points. And then you will get the recordings, you will get the templates all sent to you. So you can attend both days. If you don't hit the points, then, you're just not going to get the templates and the recording. Everybody seems to want the recordings and the PowerPoint deck and stuff like that. That's the only catch. And I don't know if it's really a catch because I'm telling you ahead of time, but the reason this is free, the reason we're able to put this together is of course, because the sponsors pay for it. So we have to incentivize you guys to actually attend their booths and their sessions, and it'll be good for you. So you can look down here on the site. Here's the day one speakers that are going to be talking to you and what the sessions are. When you go down to the solution showcase, you can see here are a number of the demos that are going to be done by, whether it's Crewwho or Connect Booster, Datto, obviously, Dell Technologies, Bruce McCullough, Galactic Advisors. He's a perennial favorite. Malwarebytes. We're even going to have a couple of our solutions, our MAP division, which is our marketing automation platform, mission control, on and on. Like you guys get it. So all you got to do is click here to reserve your spot. When you do that, you will have the opportunity to schedule which demos you want to be in very easily, add it to your calendar so you don't miss anything. And again, what's cool is you can attend this with your technical team, or if they can't make it like to a demo, the demos will be given to you as a recording. So all you got to do is click here to reserve your free spot. It's literally that simple, that easy. And it's going to be a very high value day and a half event. Jeff, is there anything I'm missing? Any other points we need to make or questions?
Yeah, you mentioned that about sending your technical team. The day two is a perfect day to send the technical team and get them there. They can also go through and qualify for those. So if you tell them, hey, go visit all the booths and scan your badge and get points and bonuses and all kinds of stuff, watch the demo sessions, they can qualify you for the day one recordings and bonus as well. So, it's anyone from your team to be able to help you to be able to get qualified for that.
Yeah. And I'm looking at some of the questions here on the chat. So if you're coming into our rapid implementation workshop, we will make an exception for all of you and make sure that you get the recordings because you obviously won't be able to attend. However, if you've got engineers back home, they can certainly attend while you're in the rapid implementation. That's obviously your choice, but that I will make that exception for just those of you who are coming in to Franklin for our rapid implementation workshop. Let's see here. I know it does say demo day. Dimitri is saying, hey, it still says demo day. That's why I said originally the URL was like, what was it? MSP demo day or something, Jeff, wasn't it? Something like that?
Yeah, MSP demo day.
And I'm like, no, we can't do that. That sounds like we're destroying MSPs. Like we're just tearing all their shit down and, with a hammer. So, okay. So again, if you're like, I see there, we've got a lot of clients that are in our rapid implementation. We will make an exception for you guys. All right. So if you can't be there live, we'll still get you the recordings. But for the rest of you, your pay to play is basically sit on a couple vendor demos. And by the way, I mean, these vendors are good vendors. We vet them. They're ones that our members use. We don't turn down many vendors, but we do turn them down. So if they aren't taking care of the community, if they don't have value, we wouldn't have them here on this demo day. On this, solution showcase. So you can know that they're bringing new ideas, new strategies. It's good to get to kind of see what's new out there. I mean, you guys know IT is always evolving, and you want to make sure that you're doing sort of a deep dive and due diligence into new tools, because there might be something out there that makes your world a lot easier. All right, Jeff, anything else?
I will just mention, I know Mike was mentioning to me right here is reminding to pre-register. And I know you mentioned that you've got the ability to pre-register here. So when you go in and you just register your name, email, company, on that next page, you're going to find where you've got the ability for our gold sponsor sessions to go in and register there or pre-register. And what happens when you do that is that you're going to get email reminders. You're going to be able to make sure you get the direct link to that, so that you're not missing out on those sessions at all. And so it's a way of being able to just make sure that you get registered for those sessions.
And you can add your mobile number. We're not going to send you marketing text. I actually was very adamant about, I'm like, we cannot say we're not doing marketing to them and then send marketing to them. That's not, but it will be just for reminders if you want to do that. And then you just click and you register. And you can see here, you can register for all of the main stage sessions, or if there's some key ones, you just kind of do this, and or you can just set up your own reminders. That's up to you, but you can pre-register and set up. I'd say, hey, register for 6 sessions. You automatically get the recordings. So simple. That's one way to guarantee it. Of course, like we said, there's other ways to get those points, like visiting booths and whatnot. And then you're going to have the ability to add this to your Outlook calendar. And then there's some additional resources we've got up here just right after you register. So again, MSP Solution Showcase, guys, get registered in advance. Plan it now with your engineers, your techs who might want to look at some technology in a deeper view. And then, of course, you got day one too, that, so you can even divide and conquer. Maybe you, the owner, marketing person, ops person, you're on day one with the contracts and SOPs and pricing and whatnot. And then your engineers are attending day 2, where they're getting deep dive demos on these technologies that a lot of MSPs use, and get their questions answered and get to hear other questions from other MSPs. I mean, I think it's speed dating for vendors. And I think we're very hopeful that it's going to be a great solution for everybody. So,
yeah. So just, main thing is get registered. If you're on this right now and you haven't registered already, get registered for it. It's free. I can't emphasize that enough. It's free to register for it. You're going to get the full schedule. It'll be on our platform, and get in there. Encourage your technical staff to get registered as well.
Okay, so someone just posted here. I had the opportunity to have a one-on-one with Will. He is great. He's great. So is Charles Henson. They both have very successful MSPs. They've been clients for a very long time. They do client coaching. Oh, that's Doug. I don't know why. Okay. I couldn't see, I saw the valued technology. I didn't see that. So yeah, I mean, these are experienced people that are going to help you with all the things that you need to really grow your business next year. So, all right, Doug, you don't have to change your name. I just didn't know who it was at Valued Tech. All right. Very cool. I think that's it. Unless you got anything else, guys, go to MSP Solution Showcase, get registered, register for some of those demos. Again, your payment is, if you will, is attending some of those demos, visiting booths, some other things, really easy. And then you get all the recordings as well. But the whole day is free. So good. Yes.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks,
See you guys next
everybody.
week.
All right. See you next week.